Hey yo, have you guys heard about 500 Level? They make officially licensed WWE merchandise, and I actually have been working with them on a couple of designs. A design that I worked on recently was with a girl named Caitlin, who's a big Dakota Kai fan, and we designed this new Dakota Kai shirt, which you can get exclusively now at 500 Level. Once again, officially licensed with the WWE. Really wanted a new Dakota Kai shirt. Got this one designed and made, and it's on the website now, on sale now, 500level.com. Guys, join their partnership program. You get discounts the more shirts you buy, 10%, 20%, 30%. You earn points and you get a discount. They have OG shirts, guys. I had to re-up on my NWO shirts on 500 Level, the comfortable material. If you get the premium shirts, but even the non-premium is super comfortable. I got NWO shirts. They got Shawn Michaels shirts. You can find some of your favorite wrestlers on there. You can find none other than guys like Razor Ramon, the bad guy. Check out this shirt. It's a sweet, sweet shirt, everybody. 500level.com. Like I said, they have the NWO stuff. And if you're like a big NXT fan, they got shirts for all of your favorite NXT wrestlers. And if they don't, let me know and I'll make sure we get some shirts made for your favorite NXT wrestler. I went to go support my girl, Carmen Petrovic. You guys can check out our casual conversation on my YouTube channel. You can check out mine and Carmen Petrovic's casual conversation. But 500 Level had a Carmen Petrovic shirt. I had to go support my fellow Canadian and the homie Carmen Petrovic, guys. 500level.com, guys. Check them out. Get premium, officially licensed WWE shirts that you cannot find in a WWE shop all the time. They have a huge selection on their website also for MLB, NBA, NFL, NHL. They got shirts for everything, but their wrestling selection is insane. Custom creative designs. Maybe I can work together with someone out there that is an editor that wants to put more designs on the website. Hit me up. 500level.com. Check them out and keep doing the thing. And we are back for another casual conversation with the classic. I got my co-host with me today, Santana, and we got a very, very, very special guest. It's none other than Jade Cargill. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you, Justin?
I'm doing amazing. We got to talk about all the stuff coming up here in Canada. There's a SmackDown in Edmonton, Raw in Calgary in September. And then the big news broke. You guys are coming here to Vancouver, my hometown, for Survivor Series.
Yes.
First time we've had a PLE for like ages. So I have to ask you, it's a cliche question, but I feel like it's fitting for this. What would your dream Survivor Series team be? If you were Storm, who are your X-Men?
Oh my gosh. Well, it has to be Bianca. Bianca's going to be there. Trinity is going to be there.
That's 3. 2 more.
Oh my gosh. Maria can join us. I mean, she's along with us right now, right? We need somebody dominating.
Yeah.
Dang, I don't know. I guess we'll have to sit around and have like some talk about who the other person would be, because I don't know. I mean, honestly, with the big 3, you really don't need anybody else. I mean, we're out here taking names and about to get our titles back, you know? So that's what matters most, if anything. But I guess we'll have to think about that last person. We'll have to put our brains together. But I just want the big 3, if you ask me. We could do something like that. We'll love that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I need all of y'all in cosplay. Like, we got to get Bianca in there. Absolutely.
She's not into cosplay. I was trying to get her to get into cosplay in Japan, and she said, "I'm gonna let you go do that." Because I was like, "Hey, let's do something from Street Fighter, or let's do something from." And she's like, "That's your thing. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Like, I'll match the colors, but I just want to do my thing." And I said, "I was this close. I was this close. I bought her a cosplay outfit. Everything was just like, hey, put your own works on it." And next, let's see. Let's see by the PLE if that happens by Survivor Series. Yeah. Let's see if that can happen, right?
Yeah. We gotta come together to get Bianca in there, absolutely. Because I know Naomi is down for it.
Absolutely. Oh, she is definitely. But see, this is what we need some ideas. So we need fans. We need you guys to just come up with some ideas, bring it to us, something juicy and good enough that she'll be like, okay, I want to do that, because I'm game. So is Naomi, but Bianca's the one you have to like push. You got to push her a little bit. You got to get her out of her comfort zone a little bit. So hopefully somebody thinks of a phenomenal idea for the 3 of us, and we can do it from there.
Okay, we're gonna figure that out. But speaking of Bianca, you guys have your current feud going on with Alba and Isla. You know, you guys caught them backstage when you guys doing your TikTok when they were doing their little photo booth, let them know that it's on site any
It's
chance you
on
get.
point.
But now, yeah, Blair Davenport who inserted herself into you guys' business, costing you guys an opportunity to win those tag team championships again. But once
Yeah.
again, the big three is always there's always Naomi around the corner. So what do you think is like the end game for this feud? Like, what is the end goal for this feud between all six of you guys?
Well, to get our titles back, but that's inevitable. I mean, we're gonna see how that goes. It's inevitable. We're gonna get our titles back. Everybody knows that. First of all, they're just keeping it warm for us. They stole our titles. They had
Mhm.
Blair come in and try to distract us from what we were doing in the vision. But they didn't count on Naomi to come back and to have our back. But they should always know the big three is always there. So they got one up on us. But right now we're just seeking revenge and trying to set things right and get our titles back and put them in the hands that they belong. And for Naomi to go out there and just to teach Davenport to stop sticking her nose in the business that doesn't mind her.
I mean, there's some other trios out there too that might get messy with too. You got the Damage Control now with Kyrie and Io, and you never know when Oscar and Dakota are gonna come back. You got the new team of Sonya, Zoe, and Shane
Shayna.
on the other side.
Exactly,
Yeah, Shane on the
exactly,
other
Like,
side.
like,
exactly,
oh
Yeah.
Lord.
So
exactly, exactly.
I mean, there's a lot going on over there.
Exactly, because nobody's us. Nobody's a big three. Nobody can do it. Like, so you have to think, like, what is that person? You can't even remember because we're all that matters. Like, we bring the star power. We bring. Nobody's better than the big three. Like,
That,
I'm not trying to
yeah.
be full of ourselves. I'm not trying to, but one
Clearing.
thing I'm gonna do is cheer for my team and
Yeah.
we the best. And we're gonna get our titles at the end of this month, and we're gonna do what needs to be done. And Survivor Series is gonna be great. And again, if the big three is in it, nobody else is gonna compete with us.
I want to bring it back to the big three really quickly. One last question about this whole situation. Just out of like more on a personal level, what do you think? You know, you're in WWE, you've been on the main roster now. You had your first like major match at WrestleMania. You were in the Rumble. What are something you can say you learned separately? One thing you've really learned from Bianca, and one thing you've really learned from Naomi, who've both been in the WWE in the system for a minute, right?
Yeah. I've learned from Bianca how to coexist. You know, we're both usually on a solo run. So I've been able to be selfless. She's been able to be selfless and just working with one another and listening for one another and what they want and their desires in the match. That's one thing I've learned is patience, and she's learned patience as well because we're so used to doing our own thing, right? So we've learned to at least have a little complexity and being able to stretch it out and know when to use these moments and just learning how to coexist with one another. Learning from Naomi, I mean, it's so much to learn. I was admiring Naomi before I even got into the industry. She was one of the phenomenal black women that I've seen. I was like, she can go. She literally can go. She has so much experience in this industry for so many years. Um, man, guidance. I think more than anything, Naomi has given me guidance, and she's helped me when I've had horrible moments, when I felt like, like I don't know how the next day was going to be. I've been able to sit down until 3 o'clock in the morning with Naomi and just talk about frustrations and being able to go through things because Naomi has been through everything you can probably think of within the company. Um, so I would say like she's like my mother. She's
Yeah.
like my mother at WWE. And if I need any type of sound advice, like some hard advice, but some any type like from a woman, that's the woman I go to because she's the type of woman now, like I am, like I'm not letting anybody mess with my bag. I'm not letting anyone mess with my bag. I'm gonna go out there, do the work, keep my head down, and be a pro at all of this. And she is definitely a pro at all of this, and she does it with grace.
100%.
I love that. Like the sisterhood there is everything, and that's something that you really, really do need when you're in this business.
Yeah.
But speaking of in this business, like your character development, I mean, of course, you are known as being a powerhouse, honey. It's all there, and you have this presence about you where it's like, you, if Jade Cargill walks in a room, you're turning your head and you're watching. You might not even be able to breathe or want to breathe the same air as her. So how did you develop and refine your wrestling persona, and what influences or inspirations helped shape that?
Man, I would say because there's no one handing scripts, there's no one doing anything like that. Like you're just yourself. Like previously where like you're just yourself. Like you have to find that voice. You have to be that person. And to me, it just was natural. Like it was just natural to be what I was being. And for some reason, society just tends to dislike women who are very confident and know themselves and can hold their head high and doesn't, like take any remorse. And so that's where I was at. And it just happened to be that's what I had to do just for being myself. So if anything, I could say like right now, like doing all the smiling. I'm not a smiling person. I'm more of a stoic person. I don't like touching hands as much, but I'm touching hands here and there. I'm a very much like I have that resting face and I can't help it. Like I just can look normal and that's just how I look. My mother has it as well. So I've been more so trying to redefine how to connect more with the audience and how to smile more and how to, because I'm more like less is more. I don't like to talk. I'm very much I hate small talk. I don't want to do small talk. I'm the person that's like, just tell me exactly, rip the band-aid off, tell me exactly what you want. Don't start with, hey, how you doing? Like just say, this is what I need, this, and I'll tell you what you need. Like, let's just keep it short and simple. There's not enough time in the day for it. So I've learned to conform more with the fan base and I've learned more. I mean, I've been able to reserve myself more and not say a lot because on Twitter I used to sound off and I've kind of left Twitter alone. I've kind of let social media do its thing and I'll just post and get off. I don't even get on social media anymore. But as far as my character development, just being able to be next to like someone like Naomi and being next to someone like Bianca, who is an amazing face. I've been able to see what they're doing and seeing how they connect with their audience and trying to bring that back home to what I'm doing because normally I don't care to connect with the audience. And normally I just go out there, I do my job, I keep my stoic face. And if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Like that's how I used to be. But now I care. I care. I want to connect. I want to touch all the kids' hands that I can touch. I don't know about you adults yet. I don't really care about touching my hands, but the kids, I want to touch their hands because I love kids. And I want to have that connect and that experience where they can go home and talk about it for the rest of their lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic here, guys. I want to let you guys know that there's a limited edition Wrestling Classic tee. I'm wearing it right now, but I got to show you the back because it's in collaboration with none other than HQ Clothing, guys. It says Conquered in the back because that's what we do. We're out here conquering it every day, guys. Wear this shirt, remember to conquer it. Do the thing, keep doing the thing. HQ Clothing, Headquarters Clothing, limited edition Wrestling Classic shirts. There's only like 70 left. There's only 100 printed. Make sure you get them before they're gone. I truly, truly, truly appreciate your support. Conquer it. Get it now. Put the link in the description below. I'm gonna ask this question really quickly because, and we'll keep this one short. I feel like I already know the answer. But the first time I met you, it was at Wale Mania. I was coming to say what's up to someone I was already cool with, a friend with, and that's Ricky Starks. I came to say what's up to him, and you were with Ricky. Got to meet you. You were really nice. Would you like to see Ricky in the WWE? I don't know what a situation is, but would you like to see him in the WWE?
I would like to see Ricky wherever Ricky wants to go.
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
Wherever he wants to go. Yeah. I am 10 toes down. I am all in. I am excited for him and what he has going on. He's relentless. You know, he can go in the ring. He can promo. He does everything himself. And when he sees and he has the eyes on the prize, nothing can stop him. So I was just training with him this week. And he's my best friend in the industry. Like, I'm like, you got to come. Like, I got a day off. You got to come. And while we're at it, let's just roll around the ring. We might as well. Like, that's the kind of person I am. And like, he's legit my best friend. So I hope whatever he has his sights on, I'm in on it. I know he's happy where he's at right now. So I'm just excited for him and whatever the future holds for him.
I love that. And recently you guys went over to Japan, which is somewhere I'm trying to get to one day in my life when I get on a plane.
You will.
But wrestling over in Japan, talk about that experience. And of course, you did my girl Mirko from My Hero Academia. Like, that was so amazing. I'm glad the fans really, really reeled that in for you to do. Working with Miko Satomura, like, legend, iconic. Did you get any inspiration from her or motivation, or were there any time were you able to ask her like a question about like her journey, in her wrestling career?
She said it wasn't easy. Like she's been in for so many years. It's not easy. She was telling us about her injuries, which are way less than what everybody else got. But even then it was like, wow, that's like that's crazy. But this is all she ever wanted to do. She has a passion for it. We actually met her at the restaurant later and had some steaks with her and got our jacket. So we were really excited. She was really excited. If anything, she was quiet. And we were like, what do you want? It's about you. Like this is your city. This is your country. What do you do? Like at your disposal, whatever you want. And she was just so humble. We're like, no, like we're not gonna be humble for you. Like you know who you are. Like she was so nice, so humble. Didn't say little to nothing. Like she just sat back and like observed like a veteran does. And we were just like, nope, come here, what you want, we're gonna do it. And she deserved that praise. Like everybody in that venue that day gave her so much praise. They understand her legacy, they understand the amount of history that is embedded in her that a lot of women don't even have, didn't have, that was at those live events. And then Bailey had a phenomenal match with her as well, and Bailey was so floored by it. She was so excited to have that match with her. I mean, if anything, she was sitting back like, this is gonna be an amazing match. I know it's gonna be like my dreams was to have a match with her, and look at me, I'm having a match with her at that in Japan. Um, the fans were amazing. A lot of them seen a lot of my old work, so I seen a lot of old merchandise that I haven't seen in years. And I was like, because we had a meet and greet, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I haven't seen that shirt in forever. And they just told me, I've been watching you since the beginning. I love what you're doing. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot of love there. That meet and greet showed me all the love, and exactly what I'm doing is all worth it. Like regardless of what people say, people buy my stuff.
Yeah.
People buy my stuff.
Yeah.
People support me. Like
You
my
are
merchandise
over.
is a lot. Yeah, like my merchandise is crazy. And it shows you all this is worth it. Like it's all worth it. And me going over there and then going to these other countries. And then now we're having Survivor Series in Canada as well. Like it shows us why we're doing this. In the United States, everybody, you can fly to Cleveland and see this show. You can fly to, I don't know, Jacksonville and see this show. But other countries, it's different. Like it's different. They don't see this all the time. So when we do come into town and they do take time off and they do spend their money because these events aren't relatively cheap, it means a lot to us and it shows us the reason why we're doing it.
There's like an extra level of gratitude from them that you're there,
Yes, yes, and
Yeah.
the more the crowd, the better. And what I want to say is, the better the crowd is, the better we perform. I hope people understand that. Like in Lyon, France, I couldn't hear myself think. Like I could not. I was like, no one can hear I couldn't hear anything, nothing. The crowd was that much, like it was so electrifying, but it made us like it kicks something else into gear. Like it brings it to it. So I want the crowd in Vancouver. I want the
Yeah.
crowd like Edmund. I need y'all to bring it because
My
it
friends
makes
from
us.
Vancouver, if you're listening.
Listen, listen. It just it's a whole nother level when the fan base brings it out of us. Like it's these right now, like working international and global. The fan bases are something that we're not used. Like we're used to seeing it in the States, but being that they see it every week, it's a difference. And being that people don't see these PLEs so often outside of the States, it's different. So they really treasure and they bring the noise. And so I'm
Yeah.
gonna need Canada to bring the noise. Like they always do, but continue to bring that noise.
Last couple of questions. We're getting to wrap up, so I got two more questions for you really quickly. Other thing that was really cool though is that you got to go to that Ribera Steakhouse. That's like the,
I know
Yeah,
everybody
I
does
didn't
it.
mean to bring that up. Yeah.
Well, I said I went to dinner. We went to dinner, but I didn't want to like put it all out because then we're gonna have
Yeah,
to talk dirty about that.
that's like
But
wrestling lore. That's like a whole
I
other
know
episode.
we didn't think we are gonna get a jacket. We're just thinking we're having steak. Like we're like, okay, and they pull out the jackets. We're like, don't pull out the jackets if you're
And
not
you saw
trying to
the
get rid
wall.
of
You
us.
saw the wall of fame. You saw
Yes, like
everybody
we were
there.
just going
Yeah.
through picking people out. It was so like, oh my gosh, Matt Bloom was on the wall. Like so, AJ Styles was on the wall.
Everybody.
CM Punk was on the outside. Like
Yeah.
so many people's pictures were plastered. We got our pictures taken.
Yeah.
And so when we got the jacket, I just been wearing it around. Everybody's like, "Oh, so you want to show off the jacket?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" Yes, like of course I want to show my jacket. I haven't had a arrival shot yet, but best believe when I have that arrival shot, I'm gonna be wearing my jacket because it's a legendary jacket.
It is.
Not everybody gets it. Regardless of people like me or not, guess what? Like in 300-something change years, I've got this jacket. I've had a WrestleMania match. I've done a lot. So people can.
Period.
I am doing some things in my 3.5 years, and I'm competing with women who have done this for 10 plus. Like, just be thankful and be happy for me. That's it. Like,
you brought them up, so I'm gonna ask you really quickly about these two. Obviously, like you started somewhere else, you got to start somewhere else. You worked with these people over there, and now they're here. So seeing familiar faces like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes back there, is that helpful for you? Like, what does that mean for you?
I got this question asked before. So I would say, like, just talking to Paul and talking to Nick Khan, and they made it more comfortable for me. You know, like, obviously familiar faces always make it comfortable, but prior to being in the wrestling industry in general, I didn't know anybody. So I came in cold. I came in not knowing, like, if anything, people thought I was probably a stand-in, a model. I don't know what they thought I was. So if anything, I make people uncomfortable. I don't get uncomfortable. If anything, when I walk in a room, I make more people uncomfortable because I walk in strutting, keeping my head held high, smiling all teeth. I don't like smiling, but you know, gotta have that presence. And just talking, listening, but talking and being very genuine and being more upright about how I feel and what I say and not being disrespectful at all. So if anything, more people feel uncomfortable when I walk in a room anywhere. When I grace a room, more people feel uncomfortable than I do. If anything, I'm just like, okay, I'm here. Like, hi, I'm here. But yes, of course, I mean, familiar faces always help out. CM Punk and his advice are always very much sound advice. He doesn't take anything from anybody. So, and even at AEW, me sitting down and having these conversations with him, it helped out a lot. But being here and being in a whole nother industry and a whole nother beast levels, you need that sound advice of somebody who has been in this industry for years. And Cody as well, you know, he's at the top right now doing his thing. And the fact that he's able to do all of this and then go home to his family, that is on a whole nother scale. We work for the WWE universe. Like, we get maybe 2 or 3 days home. If that, and him to be the face of our company, he's on more demand than anybody. So for him to do all that and then go home and keep a smile on his face and then go, and you got to admire his work ethic. It's crazy.
100%. Well, thank you so much. I usually wrap up with asking if you made your younger self proud, but I feel like you already answered that when we talked about the steakhouse. You were very proud and happy.
Thank you.
And I'm sure your younger
jacket.
I'm sure your younger self is proud too.
You saw the whole turn up from there. I like literally turned the page. I was like, don't show the jackets if you're not going to give it. Please don't do that.
Yeah, 100%. But thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for making the time. It was great chatting with you. Hope we can do this again sometime in the future.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Anytime. And everybody, Vancouver Survivor Series, November 30th in Rogers Arena. They got SmackDown in Edmonton in September. They got Raw in Calgary in September. That's coming up real fast. You guys follow Jade Cargill everywhere you guys can follow, and keep an eye out and see if Jade and Bianca, watch when Jade and Bianca get the tag titles back.
We will. No worries.
Yeah. There you go. Enjoy everything. See you guys.
It's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.